fact that Japan became the first non-Western society to join the West and to modernize and to become a rich country is related to the fact that Tokugawa Japan, that is the Japan before the Meiji reforms in the first part of the 19th century, also benefited from political fragmentation, because there were lots of daimyos, that is a Japanese name for princes. There were a couple of hundreds of them. I don't remember exactly whether it's 220 or 280, but something along these lines. And there was political fragmentation, and its geographical scope was comparable to Swiss cantons, with the size of many of these principalities. And this political fragmentation made it possible that some of these regions modernized earlier than others, and the most modernized region started the Meiji Restoration and later the modernization of the entire country. So political fragmentation is a good thing, under one condition. You need political fragmentation together with political stability. And Japan had it, and by and large Europe had it, and Africa has no political stability. And a close to permanent state of civil war, as we have in many African countries, is of course bad for economic development, because a civil war is incompatible with safe property rights, and without safe property rights and at least some rough similarity to the rule of law, economic development is extremely unlikely. So political fragmentation is good only if coupled with political stability. But political fragmentation provides exit opportunities for those who otherwise might suffer from political oppression. That's it.
Yes.
And I will just continue. The fact that political fragmentation and the exit option allows prosperity to be generated, Montenegro is the latest example of that. So in 2006 we had a referendum where we voted for the independence of our country, and the truth was that European Union politicians imposed the restriction on the result of the referendum. So usually you need 50% of votes plus one to vote something, but we needed 55%. So the lower limit was 55%, which is just showing that this exit option is not being allowed, even though we are still not part of European Union. It was just the time of we are just the matter of their interest and back then. And one more thing that I wanted to mention, after you were talking about war and about inflation, the example of ex-Yugoslavia, that was not the big Yugoslavia, but the small Yugoslavia, and the hyperinflation showed the similar relation between the hyperinflation and the war, and also the war in the ex-Yugoslav countries showed that trade is the first incentive for people, for sides, different sides in the war to cooperate. So while we had a war in Bosnia, in our neighborhood, people of three different religions were trading on the markets and just wanting to achieve their goals simultaneously while the battles were going on around. So that's this empiric proof of what you have said. Thank you.
Thank you to all of them, even though I'm sure we'd love to continue for hours on end. I think our audience would appreciate a short coffee break. Thank you very much.